Let's begin. Landforms of the earth. Speak about mountains, plateaus, and plains. Three types of landforms. Meaning, types, and their formations. 3 into 3, approximately 9 type of answers. Right? Examples of the world and India. See, the syllabus itself has given you importance called as examples of the world and examples of India. This chapter example names are very, very important. Here I have on top written also. Examples are very important of India or of the world. Let's begin with the first one. This is answer from chapter number 4. Yesterday we did, just to revise, name the different layers of the earth: crust, mantle, and core. We did its characteristics, we did its extension, we did everything. We also did a layer called as asthenosphere, which is inside the crust in semi-molten state. This is all from chapter 4. Every chapter of your syllabus has one or two answers from the previous, just to make you remember. We begin with what is a landform. A natural feature on the earth. Rising it two more times. A natural feature on the earth. Once more, a natural feature on the earth. Can we all say it together, please? A landform is a natural feature on the earth. Once more, a landform is a natural feature on the earth. Once more, a landform is a natural feature on the earth. For example, a mountain, plain, or a plateau. Causes of landforms are plate tectonics, upliftment, submergence, and exogenic forces. Just like for other chapters, also causes, I'll do them in the last. For now, you can just name the causes. Let's begin with the first type of landform, that is directly. Please come to question number 10. Yes. The three major type of landforms in our syllabus is mountains, plateaus, and plains. Kabir said, "Sir, teach me about mountains." So we are going to learn about mountains. A simple diagram. This is how a mountain looks. If we look in detail how a mountain looks, these are mountains are far more than what we see. We are not going to just learn about mountains. We are going to learn about the various formations of mountains. How these mountains are formed also. How did they become so tall? How did they become so tall like Kabir? A mountain is described as a very steep land or a hill that goes up to great heights above the land surrounding it. A very steep land which goes up to great heights, especially around the land which is surrounding it. The main forces of mountains, the main types of mountains depends upon the forces that have formed them. We are going to study about three types of mountains: fold, residual, and block. An area which is rising very high as compared to the areas surrounding it. Sorry? Yes, he wants to learn countries, so we learn about countries. No, we don't have any. Fold mountains. Let's see the name fold mountains. They are going to fold. Fold mountains are a result of large scale earth movements caused by the stresses in the earth's crust. So a lot of movement is happening. Look here, a lot of movement is going to happen inside the earth. A lot of movement is going to happen in chapter 4, which you studied, inside the earth, which is going to result in a formation of a mountain. Ivan, are you there with me? A lot of movement is going to happen inside the earth, which is going to result in a formation of a mountain. Such stresses may be caused by, mark the reasons, weight of overlying rocks, movement in the earth's mantle, and the expansion or contraction of some parts of the earth. The stresses result in the stresses subject the rocks to compressive forces, resulting in wrinkling or folding. See here, this is on the screen. This is an example of the fold mountain. These are examples of the fold mountain. Look here. Imagine this is my earth. At the moment, the earth is flat. K is playing football on a flat earth. Below the earth, wrinkling happens, stresses happen, folds happen. What else is the word? Line of weakness, stresses of rock, pressure of the overlying rock, everything happens below. K is happily playing all of it, but he doesn't know what is happening. Now what happens? Suddenly a fold comes, resulting in a mountain. This takes years and generations to happen. You and I know centuries. You and I don't see it from the naked eye. He doesn't see himself going up on the mountains. This happens over a lot of generations, millions of years. This is how mountains form. Millions of years, the mountain will go back. Confirm? This is an example of fold mountain. Look here, as you see on the screen. When the line was straight, nothing. When push came from both sides, it resulted in a mountain type of. Sure? Like this one. These are called as fold mountains. Can you confirm the meaning? Large scale, see the 6 keywords revising for you once again. Large scale earth movement. Earth is moving caused by the stresses which is happening inside of the earth. Why are the stresses happening inside of the earth? Because of the weight of the overlying rocks or movement in the mantle. It results in expansion or contraction. That means the mountain is going to go up. The areas is going to do a wrinkling or folding, which I just wrinkled the paper to show you. Examples, please mark the examples for reference. Andes, Rockies, Alps, Atlas, Himalayas, Zagros, Elberg, Kunlun. All these are examples of fold mountains. Can I go ahead? Fold mountains exist below the sea. Some of these mountains may start below the sea also. Confirm? High ranges like the Himalayas and the Alps. Some of these mountains may go so high like the Himalayas and the Alps, that they are snow covered throughout the year. Confirm? This one point, some may start below the sea. Some may go so high that they can have snow covered throughout the year. Many of these have glaciers on them, which become a source of a perennial river. So, from many of them, rivers may flow throughout the year. Please mark 1, 2, and 3. Devan, are you marking? हाँ पूछो. So when you like store the book and you like play like okay. So like when you said the activities like holding, stressing, does that happen under the sea or like it can if it happens under the sea, the mountain comes from under. So where exactly does it happen? That mantle and the core area under the crust. That's all. That is also a type of mountain which we see. Did you get that? It can happen anywhere. As per this point, it can happen anywhere. It can happen below the sea. Okay, pay attention. It can happen below the sea. It can happen on mountains, on land, but the mountains may go up to so high that may be having snow-covered peaks. It may generate perennial sources of river also throughout the year. That is, it has glaciers. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. One of your doubts you will see very soon, which will come on the next page. I don't want to tell you now, but when that doubt comes, when it happened under the sea, that I will show you. It's a very famous example. I will come to that. Fold mountains. Let's see the characteristics. Please mark short. Very important characteristics. Short. Arnav wants to sponsor the 2 Jaguars. Please mark these are formed by irregular wave-like folds. Irregular waves called as folds. As you saw this diagram. Now this diagram becomes very important. Huh? It's not one fold, it is multiple folds that also of different heights. It's not a uniform fold. Thoda pressure here ज़्यादा, thoda here pressure less. Thoda fold ज़्यादा, thoda fold less. Thoda height here more, thoda height here less. Confirm? So these irregular folds. The up fold, can you see this up fold? It's named there, very important. The upfold part of the mountain is called as an anticline. And the downfold part of the mountain is called as a syncline. Short, they will ask you this question. What is an anticline and a syncline? Confirm, please circle that word. Upfold stratas, which are arced shape, are called as anticlines. Downfold stratas are called as syncline or troughs. Can I go ahead? What happened? Upfold area, anticline, downfold area, syncline. These are all called as faults. Sorry, folds, my bad. Most of these sediments are made up of, most of these mountains are made out of sedimentary rocks. What type of rock? Sorry. Aradhya said, sir, teach me about sedimentary rock. So chapter 6 is about rocks. We'll learn about rocks in detail. Igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic. How are they formed? Which are their families? How is everything? Perfect. Please mark examples. The pits in the case of the Himalayas. In the shallow oceans, like the pits in the case of the Himalayas. They are greater in length, comparatively smaller in width. Look here, math students, you know this. Length is more, width is. Length is more, width is small. Very important, mark this example. Except the Himalayas, majority of them are found on margins of continents. Except the Himalayas, you will find them, majority are in the margins of continents. Margins of continents means where two continents are going to meet or where there is a plate under it, boundary. The plate resulted in folding and faulting, which resulted a mountain to come. The plate resulted in folding like this. Once again, showing you for reference, folding. Plate resulted in folding, that's why mountain came. They are usually found in two directions. Mark them, Rockies and Andes are north to south, Himalayas in the east to west direction. Basically, north south like this, east west like this. Basically, when I mark on the map of the world, which you learn with me, map marking where these mountains will look north south. Yes, yes, and these will look east west like this. Many of them have volcanic activities also, chapter number 7. Many of them have parallel ranges, and between these parallel ranges, they have plateaus also called as intermontane plateau. Mark the two examples of intermontane plateau here. They will come on the next page again. Tibetan and Anatolian plateau in Turkey. 11. Term 1. 3 of 1, 2, 3. Depends, they will take a call. Can you confirm they are parallels? Many of them have plateaus between them. So if you want, draw this diagram. Big mountain, between me you will find a plateau. This is called as an intermontane plateau. The name itself tells you it is intermontane. Mountain matlab between mountains. Intermontane plateau. Here, K, this is one of your answers which came, which was the. Oh, sorry. Next page, we'll come back to that. No, here it is. Yes. Okay, this is one of your questions which you asked. The fold mountains, I'm reading it, that exist beneath the sea sometimes come so on top that they become like islands, like the entire West Indies are like old mountain islands. I hope you know West Indies. West Indies play cricket, so some islands are flat also. Some mountains are flat also, no? Islands are flat mountains. No, not. It's not compulsory that the top is like this. The top can be like this. That will come. No. When the height is too high to call more than certain figure, you can't call it a plateau. I will show you this diagram. Can you see this diagram? Intermountain. Clear? अभी ये देखो 1 minute on the screen. Mountain. Mountain. Can we call this also an intermontane plateau? So then, यहाँ पर West Indies है. यहाँ पर people can live ना? Did you get it? Did you get your doubt? Basically, that entire this is West Indies. If you know West Indies, play cricket, take part in Olympics, Jamaicans, Usain Bolt and all. Let's see fold mountains and young fold and old fold mountains. Young fold like Nivan, young man. Old fold like Kabir, Kabir old man. Joking. Yeah, Kabir is very young. They are formed later. They are formed much ago than old fold. The name itself says old fold, matlab they were formed before. Young fold were formed after. Examples you can learn: Himalayas, Andes, Alps, Appalachians, Urals, Aravallis in India, very important again. Himalayas here. That's not compulsory. Here, these are your shapes. These are your shapes. Yeah, these are your shapes. That's what. Look here, the shapes. Please have a look at the shapes. They have steep slopes, deep valleys, sharp pointed snow-covered peaks. They are draw the mountain, please. Like Nivan, they are very sharp. Suit, tie, jacket on point. They are very sharp. Here, because of age and gradation, they have become rounded tops and structured domes like this. Like Kabir. Kabir has become old. No, Kabir is a young man. Kabir, you're a young man, right? They are much higher, as Kabir asked. They are much lower. I said, it will come. That was a good doubt which you asked. It will come. Volcanoes are yet present. Volcanoes were present. Draw the well-labeled diagram. I'm bracketing those words. Anticline, silk line, and the word push. Because जब तक push नहीं आएगा, anticline, silk line doesn't be formed. This completes your first type of mountain, fold. If you understand fold, the remaining are a continuation of fold. So when you were young, you were like one. When you are old, I'll just give you an example like Kavi. So these are also called as now next type of mountain, the residual mountains. They have been subjected to weathering for a long time. Hence, they have lowered down. Look here, big mountains have lowered down. Kabir was a big mountain, now lowered down. I'm just giving an example. I hope you're okay with that. Please see this. Please turn to the next page. You will see this was a Kabir said. So this is my examples of giving his example. This was the original height of Kabir, dotted line. Erosion reduces height. Please confirm original height to going down. It's not compulsory, it's a peak top. Huh? It can be a flat top also. Flat top goes down. Let's see characteristics of a fold mountain. Sorry, characteristics of residual mountains. Denudation and erosion are a natural source for them. They are getting eroded and denuded. Please mark the sources. Wind, water, snow, or will come and hit them and make the height low. They are formed on plateaus that are dissected by rivers also. Example, the Deccan Plateau. They may also be formed on plateaus and a river may pass through them. Dissect matlab river may pass through them. Like a Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is our, I hope you know what is our Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is our example of India. Huh? Central and South India में Deccan Plateau है. Maharashtra is a part of the Deccan Plateau. We are a part of the Deccan Plateau. Please confirm, write it down there. Central and South India में Deccan Plateau है. Maharashtra is a part of the Deccan Plateau. This original height, the reduction of from the original height coming down. Height is come down, right? This original height coming down, the process is called as down cutting. Down cutting. Examples of residual mountains like Kabir are Nilgiri, Arasnath, Rajma Hills in India, Rajma Hills in India, sorry. Catskill Range in USA. Please have a diagram. Look once again. Original height goes down because of agents of denudation, like or erosion, like snow, water, and so on. Doubt. Please check doubt. Doubt. Let's see. Short. Short, Kabir. Please pay attention. Please pay attention. Otherwise, denudation happens by natural agents, as they said, wind, water, and air, which result in lowering of the height. Height never goes up. Height comes down. If the mountain the height goes up, what type of mountain is that? Fold mountain. Young fold mountain. He's paying attention. He called himself young. Right? Good. Fold mountain. When the height goes up, look here. When the height goes up, fold. When the height comes down, it will eventually be residual. Sure? These mountains of denudation, they are also called as mountains of denudation. Very important. Residual are also called as mountains of denudation. They are characterized by low elevations. Height is reduced, as you can see in the photo. Gentle slopes and precipitous relief can exist depending upon the degree of erosion. Characteristics remarking: number one, lower elevations, gentle slopes, and precipitous relief can occur depending upon the erosion. That means, look here on the screen. If I say this is my original mountain, right? Let's say my height goes down, right? But it's not compulsory that the entire height may go down from both the sides. Look here, denudation may not happen from both the sides equally. Look here, one side may get more denuded, one side may get less denuded. The mountains can start looking very weirdly shaped out. Because this side a lot of denudation hit. Let's say this side a lot of snow and wind hit, making one side only denuded. Confirm? So Kabir, one side only denuded. Confirm, this is a very important aspect of denudation. That's why these are called as denuded mountains also. Because the shape may not be always equal. It may not go down completely equally. It may just go down from one specific area of erosion also. Draw that for reference, please. That's the denuded part of the hills. Denudation is hitting only from one side. That's why the height of the mountain reduces only from one side. That's why these are also called as mountains of denudation. Characteristics are the same. See, low elevation, gentle slope, and precipitous relief depending upon the degree of erosion. Degree of erosion matlab wherever the erosion is coming from, how much ever the erosion is happening. Last type of mountain are called as block mountains. Please have a look at the photo. These are block mountains. This is my mountain. Look on the screen, please. This is my mountain. A crack may occur. The crack is due to a fault line. Crack means a fault line. The area may go down. If the area goes down, it's called as a rift valley. If the crack of because of the fault may come up, it becomes a block mountain. If the crack because of the crack the area comes up, it's called as a block mountain. If the area goes down, it's called as a rift valley. Yeah. Let's see this very good point made by him. These are known as epirogenic forces. Please mark these are called as epirogenic forces which cause block mountains to be formed. Look at this point. If two parallel faults occur, as we saw in the diagram, if two parallel faults will occur, as we saw in the diagram, if the land subsides, it's called as a rift valley. If the land subsides, it's called as a rift valley. If the land goes up, it's called as a block mountain or a horst. The block mountains and horst have a flat summit. Please look at this photo. If the area goes down, rift valley. If the area came up, it's called as a block mountain or a horst. One more photo would be here. Where would be one more photo? Please have a look at this photo. If the area goes up, it's called as a block mountain or it's called as a horst. It's going up because some kind of pressure is putting it up or taking it down. And the side part is called as the graben. Please see what is called as the graben. Yes. Yes. A rift valley would be a valley which would go down. If the area rises, see, look here, very good, very simple understanding, good question she asked. If the area goes up, it's called as a block mountain or a horst. Please pay attention. Block mountain or a horst. Confirm? The side parts don't move. The side parts will not. That's why we call them a grave. But in this same scenario, if the same scenario here, you see here now, if the area goes down, subsidence happens. This is called as a rift valley. This is called as your block mountain or graven. Yes. Area goes up or down. Horst, block mountain, rift valley, graven. These are all keywords which are just. Graven also be called like a. No, graven. It's not between two. This no. This is a rift valley. And this is a graben. Can you see the difference? I mean, the chain of mountains, like. If there is a chain, yes. Yeah, like there's one mountain and there's one mountain. And there's a valley in between. Yes, yes, you are right. उसके बाजू में कुछ होना चाहिए. Yeah. It's a little clinical. Please understand. If they give you this diagram to name, you have to name this area as graben. Don't name it as a rift valley. Pay attention. If they give going down, if they give you this diagram, you have to name it as graben. If they give you this diagram, you have to name it as rift valley. Whereas block mountain and horst are the same. So we learned three terms. Huh? Block mountain horst, same thing. Graben, rift valley, depending upon the diagram, it yet means very similar thing. But it depends upon the diagram. School is very particular because of the diagram. Look here, please mark this if the horse mountains have flatted summits. Now, this was the one which we just looked into. Block mountains are often separated by intervening basins called as graben. If the two parallel faults take the area down and sink it, it's called as a rift valley. Okay. Example is the African rift valley. Yes. That's a different concept in this. You're right. It's not wrong. Mark the examples of the block mountain: Vosges, France; Black Forest Mountains, Europe; Salt Range, Sierra Nevada, USA. Diagram very important. Two types of diagram can come for naming: block, horst, rift valley, or a graben. You should know the other keywords like faults, upliftment, fault, or submergence. नीचे गया तो rift valley, ऊपर आया तो block mountain. And all this is caused by parallel lines called as a fault. Moving to next concept, what is a plateau? A plateau is something which is, if this is a mountain, a plateau would be something which is smaller than a mountain. A plateau is an area of 500 feet above the ground. It is also called as tableland, as you must have studied earlier in months when you were small. One side may be steep. There are two plateaus in our syllabus, both of which you have already studied. Intermontane plateau, we just did examples of intermontane, between two mountains. Draw that for reference. This is my two mountains. Uske beech mein a plateau is called as an intermontane plateau. Confirm. The height and the most extensive type on the globe. They are surrounded by hills or mountains on all sides. Hence, the name tells you intermontane. Example, very important. Tibetan is the world's largest and highest intermontane category plateau. Other examples are the Colombian, North American, Cordillera, Bolivian, Peruvian, Mexican plateaus. Only three simple points. One more I'm doing, called as volcanic plateaus. As the name suggests, how are they formed? Because of numerous volcanic eruptions which built a plateau over time. Your famous South Indian plateau, called as the plateau of peninsular India, also called as the Deccan Plateau, is a part of this lava plateau. Deccan Plateau, South Indian Plateau, or any volcanic plateau has basalt rock in it. Volcanic rock example is basalt. Some other examples are South African, Colombian, Ethiopian. Colombian plateau had 20 layers of eruption, suggesting that 20 different times the eruption happened, different times of volcano 20 times eruption happened, resulting in this. Hey, bacha, अभी कैसे समझाऊं? Look here. He's asked me, is an intermontane plateau a valley? Very clinical question, very understanding question. Two mountains, plateau. Confirm. Two mountains, valley. What is the difference in the two diagrams? Plateau is a raised platform. Valley is an area which has shrunk. Can you confirm? Once again, plateaus are raised platform. Valleys are which have gone down. Concept is same. Intermontane will be between mountains. Valley is the same reason that the Rift Valley happened, because the cracks took the mountain down, causing a block mountain on the side. Confirm. These diagrams could also look like this. Huh? It's not compulsory that your mountains are square anymore. Your mountains are triangle anymore. Your mountains can be square also, flat summits. Confirm. A plain. A plain is an area of lowland. It's a land lesser than the plateau. If you want draw, this is your mountain. This is your plateau. This is your plain. This is your called as your plain. Okay. No, you have plateau, plains, and mountains. A plateau is a lowland area. Lowland area, keep it away. As a gentle or undulating surface. Flat land हो सकता है या थोड़ा उबड़ खाबड़ भी हो सकता है. So, let me finish this. Formation of plains. They are seemingly endless variations of plains. Plains can be of multiple types. Multiple. They are an imprint of the past and present processes. For example, a heavy downpour. बहुत सारा water comes, a big flood comes, a big flash flood comes, and fills up a depression, resulting in a plain. So if this was my area, which was a depression, a big flash flood came, leveled it out and went up. Confirm? Did you get it? Once more, this is my depression. A big flash flood came of water or something, leveled this out and went away, resulting in a plain. Confirm? Plains are usually formed by a single process. Another example, there may be a small plateau or a small raised area. A big flash flood comes, takes it away, makes it flat surface. Flat surfaces are called as plains. We study about three types of plains. In fact, only two: structural, erosional, and depositional. A structural plain is a plain which is formed due to upliftment or submergence. Either the land will go up or will come down. A part of the land which was beneath the ocean may come up or may get submerged. Two examples of plains which are formed because of upliftment and submergence. Please mark the names. The Great Plains of USA were formed due to upliftment and submergence. The Great Plains of USA are surrounded by Mississippi Plains in the east and Rockies in the west. So the Great Plains of USA have Mississippi in the east and Rocky in the west, and they are formed by upliftment and submergence. Gulf Coast is another example of a coastal plain. On the other hand, the Coromandel plains of India are the result of mild submergence. Tamil Nadu. Very good. Can you mark the three examples? Great Plains of USA, coastal plains, and Coromandel plains have three examples of upliftment and submergence. Mississippi was the basically, yeah, surrounded by the Mississippi plains. Depositional plains, here we are saying they are depositional in nature. They are formed by any kind of deposition which is happening. Pay attention. Deposition can happen because of river, marine, or wind. River deposition. The most widespread deposition are alluvial plains of North India. Please mark that important example. Aradhya, your doubt. The flood plains like the Mississippi plains in USA are under depositional category. Great plains are the previous type of plains. The Great Plains were because of structure, right? And the Mississippi Plains are because of deposition. The deltaic plains in Egypt and USA. Please mark short, one of the final short answers of chapter and syllabus. Here we are studying deposition happening because of what? Because of a river. Really pay attention, please. So when we are saying when the river comes down, from the upper coast to the lower coast, it's going to carry alluvial soil, that is alluvial plains are formed. When the river comes from the upper coast to the lower coast, what is it bringing with itself? Alluvial soil, hence we call these alluvial plains. In India, the floodplains are divided into Khadar, that is new deposits of alluvial soil every year, and Bhangar, that is old deposits of alluvial soil every year. So please write, or you can draw when the river is coming down. When the river comes down, what does it carry with itself? I'll explain it again. When the river comes down, this is called as alluvial soil. When the river comes down, this is called as alluvial soil. They bring down alluvial soil, resulting in formation of alluvial plains. There are two types of alluvial soils or alluvial plains, which we call as Khadar. Khadar come down every year. Bhangar come down occasion. Bhangar is old alluvial, do not come down every year. Please draw this flow chart for reference. When it comes down, it is called as alluvial plains. They are found near the Piedmont. Piedmont means foothills. Hence, these alluvial plains are also called as the granaries of the world because they are formed by the rivers and they are very fertile. When you study next year, you will call these alluvial soil granaries. A lot of agriculture of India comes from alluvial soil. A lot of agriculture of India comes from alluvial soil. Granaries of the world. Examples we just did. Last two types of plain, wind, please mark the brackets. Wind by example are Sahara in Africa, Thar in India, our desert in India. They are formed by sand deposits. The earlier ones were formed by river deposits. These are formed by sand deposits, sand dunes or halos. One example is the Louis Plains in China. Please mark those examples for reference. Marine deposits, they are formed on the coastal areas. Example, the east coast of India, estuaries bank in Netherlands, and the coast of Denmark and Germany. In Denmark and Germany, last few answers, short. In Denmark and Germany, short. They are called as a polder and a dike. Can you please remove that? Thank you, Nivan. Thank you, Arnav. Thank you, Riley. A polder is a piece of land reclaimed from the sea. A polder is a land which is reclaimed from the sea. The submerged land is surrounded by an embankment called as a dike and is drained by pumping water into the canals. A polder and a dike, they will ask you meaning. A polder is a piece of land. It is usually in Denmark, which in Denmark we say a polder is a piece of land which is reclaimed from the sea. For example, your coastal road. Everything was once upon a time under the sea. Anybody been to PKC, Bandra Kurla complex, everything was under the sea. They reclaimed the land and built infrastructure on it. Importance. The landforms which are formed are symbols of energy on earth. They show you different symbols of energy on earth. Please mark those, like the tectonic activities. Meaning of polar attack. So the additional sections are they are same. That is, I could go faster, but I did. I'm in a comfortable position with the syllabus to our problem. I can give a 15-20 minute extra, that's it. The landforms on the surface of the earth are symbols of energy. They are symbols of energy because they represent tectonic activity. Earthquakes you studied in chapter 8. Volcanoes you studied in chapter 7. Weathering and erosion you'll study in chapter 9. If these all activities did not happen inside the earth, you would have had a nice, simple, flat type of earth where no mountains, no plateaus, no plains. We are learning all these different types of plateaus, plains, and mountains, and there are varieties with examples all over the world, is because the earth inside is continuously changing from time to time. That's what we studied in chapter number 4. We'll come to that. Please look here. Importance. I mark the keywords, bracket those down. These are beautiful structures. They represent the reliefs of the earth. Some of them are source of perennial rivers. They are a home to species of plants and animals. Some of these sites are ideal fishing sites. And more importantly, some of them give you minerals and fossil fuels like the oil war which is going on currently. This is all because of the earth inside keeps on changing. Chapter 4, you studied crust, mantle, and core keep on moving, changing their dynamic state. That's why you get all this. Three more meanings if you after you mark this so that I can do the last one. Three more meanings. Yeah, everybody mark. You spoke at home, right? You spoke at home. Last meanings, please come to the answers which we didn't do. Causes of landform development. Three causes of landform development: plate tectonics, submergence, and exogenic forces. Let's see the first one, plate tectonics. These are horizontal plates which move very slowly. When these plates will push, slide past, collide each other, they cause disturbances these result in disturbances in the sedimentary rock between two plates, which result in landform formation. If a plate, look here, moves, collides, slide passes each other, or goes over each other, it results in formation of different landforms. Can be a mountain, can be a plain, can be a valley, can be anything. Please mark what are orogenic movements. Orogenic movements are called as, or they are responsible for the formation of mountains. Question number 6. The term orogenic comes from the Greek word called as mountain building. The Greek word called as mountain building. MCQ, please. Characterized by large-scale upliftment and submergence, these vertical movements are called as epirogenic movements also. When there is upliftment or submergence, when the movement happens vertically, it is called as epirogenic. Epirogenic comes from the Greek word meaning building. They result in building activities on a very large scale. An entire mountain gets formed, or entire valley gets formed, entire graben gets formed, and so on. Last two forces, when orogenic and epirogenic come together, they are called as diastrophic. Diastrophic is equal to, please write, epirogenic plus orogenic. In other words, diastrophic, di means two, right? Di means two. Di means two. So when vertical and vertical movements up and down plus horizontal movements, that is left and right, happen, they together are called as diastrophic forces. Please draw that. And the last term is called as exogenic forces. And the word exogenic means these are forces operating on the surface of the earth, not inside. They are called as exogenic. They happen through weathering, erosion, and so on, which have resulted in formation of landforms. Please mark this. If you want, you can get up yourself and pick it up. Please check, have you drawn the diagram for diastrophic, epidemic, and exogenic? Up, down, plus left, right.